We're back with Coach Seb Hines. Seb, can you start us off with just initial thoughts on tonight's game?
Yeah, I think it was a good battle. We started off really well, created some opportunities. Then, Louisville took the lead, and we showed great resilience again to come back and get a point. And dying seconds, we could have won it.
Go to questions, Austin.
Seb, we've talked the last couple games of starting well early on, created a number of chances in the first 15, 20 minutes and just couldn't convert. You have the penalty, couldn't convert, and then they go on the other end and score. Just how frustrating is that, seeing the work that the team put in the first 45, but not being able to get anything out of it?
Yeah, I'll take the positives though. Something that we spoke a lot about was starting the game fast and lots of energy, and I think we did that today. I think we achieved that today. I think when you're up and you have good momentum, you have to take advantage of that, and that's where we're falling short by not getting that first goal. And then any time we don't get that first goal, we give the other team an opportunity to win the game, and it's already incredibly difficult. So disappointing in that sense that we didn't reward ourselves with the goal, but I can't fault the players' effort. They put everything into it. You could see there was a lot of energy. There was good intensity, both in possession and out of possession. Again, created some really good opportunities, and it's the final part again. And I sound like a broken record, but it really comes down to that last moment of putting the ball in the back of the net. But overall, really pleased with the players' performance tonight.
Luis?
Luis Carlos Pineda, Loud and Proud Orlando. Thank you, Seb. The Pride fought back to earn a point after falling behind, showing a lot of resilience. How do you evaluate the team's mentality tonight in responding to the deficit, especially in key moments, with KC coming up on the next game? Thank you.
You kind of answered your own question there. Yeah, they showed resilience, never give up kind of mentality, everything that we speak about every week. It's defined by moments at times. It's a cruel game, this game. Even when you're dominating, you don't always get what you deserve. But again, we concede a goal and showed a heart and desire to get back into the game. And I know we left it late on, but again, after we made the equaliser, and a well-deserved equaliser, we still had moments to win the game. And so, yeah, again, can't fault the players' effort because they're not leaving anything on the field. They're putting absolutely everything to get a win, and it was shown tonight in our performance.
Seb, Simone, Charlie,
Yeah.
and Jackson, they've both been able to come in off the bench last couple games and provide some with attacking, and obviously Simone Charlie drawing the penalty tonight. Having them at your disposal now in terms of the attack and just being able to bring them off the bench, how much of a benefit is that just in terms of switching up some things offensively and adding some more dynamism?
Yeah, and I think that's the benefit of this roster that we've put together. We can adapt to what a team's given us. If we need to have more pace in the forward line, then we have players at our disposal. If we need to play, through the lines, then we've got players as well with those qualities. But yeah, this is a very competitive roster, and it's incredibly difficult for me to choose a best 11 and choose a best 20 to play in the game. We're leaving players off the bench who are high-quality NWSL players, but that's what we need to achieve the goals that we set out to do at the start of the year. Credit to Simone Charlie. She's had a bumpy, up and down journey to get to this point, but she's here now and she's making an impact, and credit to her for getting her head down and working so hard to have an influence on the game. Well deserved today for winning the penalty because she's put a lot of work into those moments.
Just wanted to ask you about the game plan coming into this game. It seemed like there was a lot of long balls ahead, trying to get Banda to hold up play, kind of bypassing the midfield a little bit. What was something that you saw within just pregame of trying to go more direct rather than playing through the midfield?
So two things with that. Playing against a team like Racing Louisville, and Bev's done an incredible job trying to, create this identity, which is a high pressing team. And in order for us to do that, we had to probably be a little bit more direct. And we created opportunities within that. There was a couple of moments where the ball's on the right-hand side and we've played, over their press, and Chris has got in behind, and the same on the left-hand side with Barbara. So just been a little bit more direct, probably suited us more. And also we wanted to be intentional in the first half. We wanted to set a tone early, and so it might have created more opportunities, which it did. Playing over their press changes teams' behaviours. They're a little bit more conservative now, as long as you have opportunities to score. And I felt that was the case for that first 20-30 minutes of the first half.